Hello everybody and welcome back to Pokemon Sword and Shield. So, fun fact, OBS decided to completely destroy my audio for this video, so I have to post-record the voiceover for this. So, thanks OBS. It didn't record the game audio, so I'm going to be putting some music in under this as well. And it recorded my voice, but it made me sound like a fucking robot. So I definitely cannot use any of that because it will sound horrendous. I tried all the settings I could in Premiere to try and make my voice sound less robotic, but I am a beginner when it comes to Premiere. So yeah, I'm watching back my video right now. We just got gym certified, and now we're going to head to the wild area. I've actually played far ahead of this. I'm going to be doing this for the next 3 episodes because that's how far I got before I caught the fact that the recordings did not work. Luckily for, I think, the third one, my voice doesn't sound robotic, but the game audio did not record. I tried some test recordings, and afterwards, we find a Zigzagoon right here, the new Galarian Zigzagoon. I did some test recording, and after resetting my computer, it seemed to work fine. But, my friend Lewis pops on. He's playing Sword as well. Yeah, so I recorded a test recording, and now it decides it wants to record my audio perfectly fine, the game audio as well. It's just that one time. This video is the second time I've recorded today as well, so nothing in my mind made me think like, I'm gonna have to check every recording immediately after doing it, which is best practice, and I should do that for the future for sure. But I checked the first recording and it turned out perfectly fine, so I just went on and did like 2 more recordings. And nope, and we catch a Zigzagoon. I believe I name it Gothito? Gothito. I'm not very good at coming up with nicknames. And I don't end up using this Zigzagoon at the moment anyway. But yeah, this is future Matt. I'm not going to have webcam in this, obviously, because there'd be no point in having a webcam in this. I mean, I could be recording myself right now, but I'm just going to do a voiceover for the next 3 parts and just show pure gameplay. And it will hopefully be resolved by part 5 or 6. If not, I'm going to be a very sad boy. More sad than I normally am. But yeah, we're just going through. I don't remember what I was saying at this point. I could turn the audio on for myself, but I don't feel like listening to myself talk. But we are going to take the train to the next town, which, oh god, I can't remember what the name of it is. I tried to talk to this lady 4 times, and it does not work. I just keep talking to her turtle, and then she has absolutely nothing to say anyway, so it was a complete waste of time, which, fantastic. This will actually be my first time doing post-commentary, because why would I do post-commentary on Pokemon videos? Sophia and Leon have been rivals for a long time. Leon loves Pokemon, loves battles. I always remember you to go all out even on practice matches. I'll try and read the best I can, as I did in the original video, but it's kind of tough. Come on, Mugen, you'll never beat me to the station at that pace. And there's the station right there. He doesn't even let us go. He just runs ahead. It's very rude of him. Hop is a rude boy. He's an absolute mad lad, one might say. So yeah, this is great. So out with it, Mugen, how many did you catch? I'm still not gonna... I caught a really special one. And you got yourself? Ooh, just one. Looks like we're at a draw, though we're rivals and all, so that's fair. I'm actually reading faster than my past self, because I can see my webcam, but y'all can't. And we get TM40 Swift. TMs in this game are unlimited, just like they were in X and Y and Sun and Moon. and he's just going to explain that, like what a technical machine is. But if you've played Pokemon for more than, if you've played any Pokemon game really, you should know what they are. The gym challenge, Motostoke. That is where we will be heading in this episode. I don't know if we get there in this part, but we definitely get pretty close. Oh Lord, this is not quite so fast, you two. Oh, and our mums come to say bye. What are you doing here, Mum? I knew this day was coming since the moment you chose Sobble as your partner, darling. Professor Magnolia was kind enough to let us know that you two were setting out. I accidentally called her Professor McGonagall at this point. So here's a last little gift to see you well set on your way. All the kit you need for camping. And we can finally head out into the wild area after this and get our camp on. No matter what happens out there, if you and your partner are together, I know you'll be fine. Thanks, Mom, and just think how lucky you are, mother to the first ever pair of champion brothers. Because I'm certain to be the champions next, you'll see. Or the champion next. Of course you will be, darling. Anyway, do have fun and take care of yourselves. You'll be welcome back home anytime. We're off. Wish us luck. Not that we'll need it. There are loads of brilliant trainers of all kinds of Pokemon out there waiting for us. My excitement's running even faster than this train can go, Mugen. Come on, we're off. I did not say that sentence correctly, but it is to be expected because I am not a good reader. I pretend to be a good reader. If you look behind me in most of my videos, well, not most, recently I got a bookshelf right behind me. Motostoke is surrounded by a vast wild area. It's a real sight. There are all sorts of wild Pokemon just wandering around everywhere you look. Plus, you can camp out and do a spot of fishing. I don't think I would ever get tired of it. Okay. And we did not make it to Motostoke. Hey, Mr. Station Master, isn't this the wild area? What are we stopping here for? Yes, this is the wild area station, make no mistake. I'm sorry to tell you, but the train is halted due to a flock of Wooloo on the tracks. Those damn Wooloos. What's there to be sorry about? This is brilliant. Brilliant? The wild area is massive. There are loads of Pokemon to battle here. You get it, don't you, Mugen? This is the best possible place to put together the greatest team. So after being in the wild area for a while, I have done some exploring off camera, and it's pretty cool, but most of the Pokemon I've run into, like if you do any bit of exploring, you're not going to be able to catch any Pokemon. Because anytime I go anywhere that isn't like directly by this train station or the next town, Motostoke, the Pokemon are like level 30. So it's like, it's nice to explore because there's items around and whatnot. And there's a new mechanic where it's like another type of currency that you can get from searching areas. It's called like watts. It's like some energy you can get and spend on items, which they'll explain later on in the video. But yeah, you can't really do much with it at this point in the game. It would be cooler if it was more Breath of the Wild style, where you can like, the Pokemon scale to you, but obviously there should be stronger Pokemon around that you can just see. But some of the lower Pokemon I saw were like way too high too. Like I ran into like a level 30 Machop, and I was like, I was like, oh cool, it's a Machop, let me go fight it. And then it's level 30, and I was just like, why is there a level 30 Machop? Like that doesn't make any sense. Is it Machop? Yeah, it's Machop, Machoke, Machamp. So yeah, so it's like I kept running into Pokemon thinking they were like, oh, these are like beginner Pokemon. These are smaller Pokemon. They're something that you expect to be a lower level. And then they end up being like level 35, and then my Pokemon are level 10. And it's like, oh, okay. So exploring really isn't a good idea at this point in the game. It's like it's a big open world that you can explore in, but you can't really do much in it besides like look at things, pick up some items and whatnot. Sonia says, don't worry about it. I don't know. Okay, I'm glad to be on the road. Really, it's been ages. She got yelled at by the professor. It'll be great fun to fish and camp and rough it outside again. Well, I'm off to go stick my head in as many of those red glowing dens as I can find. I'm going to battle the snot out of a bunch of Dynamax Pokemon and fill it in another page of the tale of my legend. Hop sucks. What cheek. Dynamax Pokemon are really on another level, you know. You'd better Dynamax your partner Pokemon if you want to take on opponents like that. Oh, I wonder if the siren outside my house is being picked up. I certainly hope not. You think you're up to it, check them out. There'll be Dynamax Pokemon looking around. So with that, how about I send you off with a little treat from me? Pokemon Box Link. This is a really cool thing. Basically, you can access your Pokemon box from anywhere in the world. Well, some places it's off limits, but in the wild area, it's pretty much all free game. You can get your Pokemon out and change your team around. If your Pokemon faint, no need to worry. Just get a Pokemon out of the box. It's already healthy. But yeah, it's really cool. I'm glad they did that because it would have been kind of weird if they didn't, considering it was in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Although you can't have your partner Pokemon follow you, or just any Pokemon follow you like you could in that game. So it's a little disappointing. But ooh, my throat's getting a little dry. I did I've noticed that I don't miss having all the Pokemon. I think having a national dex would be a cool idea, but I don't know if it would be implemented great. I certainly hope that they look at my twin over here. I certainly hope that they add specific Pokemon back to the game, like all the starters or legendary Pokemon for like, add-on DLC of some sort. But there are definitely a lot of Pokemon that are cut from the game that you wouldn't miss anyway. That being said, please bring back Bulbasaur. And I immediately run into this Onix thinking, oh, it's just an Onix. And yeah, no, it's not just an Onix. It's a level 26 Onix. Without any gym badges, the highest Pokemon you can control is level 20. So it's not, and he has Dragon Breath. Because I was dumb enough and was like, well, he's only level 26. If I like sack off a bunch of my Mons, I could probably kill it. No, I could not. Send out Wukong. And just use my Pokédoll to escape. These are really good because I ran into a dozen. Like I said, you can't tell which Pokemon is higher level or not. Like, yeah, certain Pokemon not to run into. Like, I saw like a Glalie and I was like, all right, yeah, that one's going to be real tough. Or a Steelix. I saw a Steelix and I was like, yeah, that's no good. But it's like a Machop. I didn't expect it to be level like 30. I wish the areas were better, like, I wish they were just better scaled, or just there was more of a way you could tell which Pokemon was which. Because it's like, I'm just exploring around, I'm trying to catch as many new Pokemon as I can, and it's like, I can't tell which ones I will be in danger of getting into if I try and attack them. But it's just a minor gripe. So far, the game is great. I wish there was a little less story and dialogue in the beginning parts. I prefer the older games where it's just like, here's your Pokemon, go battle the gym. It's like, it really doesn't matter to me if there's like an overarching story. Like, obviously Leon being the champion, that's cool, it's nice, but like, and Sonia seems cool. But it's like it took an hour and a half just to get out of the first town, whereas in Red you're out of the first town in the first 10 minutes. Although Red's kind of a bad comparison, but even like I'm trying to think of a newer one. Even in like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, you're out the gate, although that is a remake. You are out the gate and like in the wild after like maybe 20 to 30 minutes. If you read maybe like 40 if you sit there and actually read all the stuff that they say, which I tend to skip a lot when I'm playing by myself. That's part of the reason why I didn't like Sun and Moon. It's because I really tried to get into the story in the first place, but then I just got tired of it, and then I would put the game down and then come back like 2 months later or a month later and just be like, where the hell did I leave off? Who are these characters and why do I care about what they're doing? And then I would sit there and there'd be 20 minutes of dialogue and it's like, I don't know these characters. I don't care about these characters. So then I'd set it down again. And then a few months later, I'd pick it up again and be like, hey, let me try and beat this. I'm pretty sure I was real close. And then the same exact problem would persist. With this, I feel like I wouldn't have that problem because while the story is whack, there's a lot of cool things to do with the online modes. I tried to name this Cherub Kakyoin, and then I realized I don't know how to spell Kakyoin. Kakyoin is a character from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure that has a particular scene with cherries that is quite disturbing, but I decided I wasn't going to add it to the team anyway, so I didn't care about naming it, especially since I can just name any Pokemon at any time at any Pokemon Center. That is very big. One thing I do have to complain about is the frame rate when you're in the wild area. While it is the first day that the game has been out at this point, it's like there's so many characters on screen that sometimes the game will jump down to like 5 frames a second and then jump back up to 60 and then jump down to like 20 and then jump back up to 60. And it's like, okay, like it's cool that I'm playing with other people technically, but I'm just trying to play the game and it's like hindering me from doing so. Oh, I wonder traded this, although I think they changed the name to Surprise Trade in this. I wonder traded like I can't even remember what Pokemon. I think the squirrel Pokemon and I got this Metapod, which is cool because that means I can get a Butterfree very soon. I do like doing the surprise trade. I traded the Magikarp I caught in the last part for it. I love doing the Wonder Trade with like shitty Pokemon. Everyone else does it too, so it's like whatever. Like the Metapod, I got like a it's like the Lily Pad Pokemon. I'm trying to think, and it evolves. No, it doesn't evolve into Ludicolo. I'm trying to think what Pokemon it is. Lotad. I got a Lotad. Is that it? I think it's a Lotad, and that was like the most impressive Pokemon I got from doing like 7 or 8 Wonder Trades. Everyone seems to trade that turtle Pokemon for some reason. I got like 5 of those out of like 8 of the Wonder Trades I did. But, oh well. It's also first day, so no one's going to have any real impressive Pokemon. I was just hoping that somebody would start up a new game, Wonder Trade their starter, and then restart the game or something. I don't know why anyone would do that, but, you know. I'm a hopeful individual. So we run into this Haunter, and then I realize, oh shit, this Haunter is legit very strong. Because every other game I've ever played of Pokemon, it's like Haunters are usually around, they're still around level 20 usually, but I was a little hopeful. Basically, if you see a Pokemon that's not in the wild grass directly, you should avoid it. It's going to be way too powerful. It's not going to be worth your time to go after it. But yeah, that's just what I got from playing this game so far. I see a bunch of Wingles over here and those bunny Pokemon. I'm not gonna bother with any of those, but I do see this Tyrogue, and I'm very excited to run into this. I think he's rare too, because I've only seen I think in my time in the wild area, I spent like maybe an hour off camera just like grinding up and just exploring, and I only ran into like one other one of these guys. So I definitely wanted to try to catch him, and he definitely has a very high catch rate. I don't understand why, because it's not like he can like transform into something in the Hitmonlee, Hitmon top line, but I don't know. I think his catch rate was a little too high. There's going to be a few instances right up ahead where I throw the Pokeball and it doesn't even shake. I'm glad I get to talk in a relaxed tone. It's going to be a relax fit episode. Because frankly, I don't feel like talking very loudly. Because I am trying to control my rage at OBS. I slammed my fists on my desk when I realized 3 of my recordings have fucked up audio. It was not a fun time. Because I just had to go out and run errands, and I thought, oh, when I get back I'll edit these videos, and I went to go edit it and I realized there's no sound, there's no game audio, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And then I went to listen to my audio and I sounded like Mr. Roboto. Ooh, almost had it right there. Throws out a helping hand. Oh boy. And we got it. What will I name this Tyrogue? I mean, I already know what I named it, but what do y'all think I named it? Type in the comments real quick in the next 2 seconds. Oh, and it's Kenichi. Kenichi. My mightiest disciple. If you don't understand that reference, it is an anime about martial arts called Kenichi, the Mightiest Disciple. Go watch it. It's very good. There's big anime titties in it too, which is always, you know, nice. If you're into that sort of thing. But we get rid of Cletus for now from the party because frankly, I don't like the look of him. He's a little dum-dum. Oh, I gotta adjust the brightness a little bit in post, but you won't see that. You'll see the finished product. Oh, I bought this cheapish capture card because I was like, it's only 80 bucks. And then, this capture card's a piece of shit and it doesn't record in a proper contrast. It doesn't record the game as it is. It's like records it with like a weird filter on it. So I had to adjust a lot of settings to try and get it to look normal. Luckily, YouTube darkens the video slightly with their video codecs and whatnot. So it will probably look a little bit better on YouTube. But yeah, it's stupid. Never settle for cheap shit. I could have got an Elgato for like 50 more bucks, but I was like, it'll be fine. It says fucking full HD on it. It says 1920 by 1080. Of course, it should be fine. But then the bitrate is terrible on it, and the audio sometimes doesn't. I don't even know if it's OBS to blame or my capture card to blame for the audio not recording. I blame OBS because my mic didn't work either, and that's has nothing to do with my capture card. So, yeah, OBS, go fuck yourself. Thank you for helping me record shit, but why the fuck do you have to do it to a game in which I can't go back? It's like I'm 3 parts ahead. It's like I'm so far ahead of this at this point. So there's no way I could go back without like restarting the whole game from scratch, which I don't want to do that. Not one bit. Okay, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.